Hi, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to either freeze or dehydrate some fresh green beans. Now I have 1.5 pounds of green beans, and the first step is going to be to wash them, cut the ends off, and then cut them into the lengths that you want. And I'll be doing that, and I'll show you what they look like next. Alright, you can see I have a big beautiful bowl of fresh green beans cut up and ready to go. On the stove I have a pot of boiling water. I'm going to put these in the boiling water and let them boil for 2 minutes. Then I'm going to scoop them out with this and put them in a large bowl of ice water. I've got ice cubes in here. It's very cold, and so we're going to shock them in the hot water and then the cold in order to stop the enzyme activity that'll keep them from aging when they're either dry or frozen. This is a mandatory process for drying or freezing of green beans. And so they're going to boil for 2 minutes, and then they're going to be in the ice water for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to drain them and go from there. Alright, as you can see, the green beans have been blanched, cooled down, and drained. And so now they're ready to be preserved, either frozen or dried. If you want to freeze them, it's really simple. You just get a good quality freezer bag, and you just put your vegetables, your beans in your bag, and you don't want to overfill it so that when you store it, you don't want to just store it upright. I'm trying to show the bag here. You don't want to just have the bag standing upright and all of the beans clumped down at the bottom. That would not be good. You want to put just enough in there so that you can lay the bag down flat in your freezer. They'll freeze faster that way, and you'll be able to get out what you want. This is just a quart size freezer bag, and so this would be great for a small amount for 2 people, 1, 2, 3 people, something like that. I'm going to dehydrate the green beans, and as you saw on the stove I also have some sweet potatoes, so we're going to share the dehydrator between the green beans and the sweet potatoes. And I have the small screen on my dehydrator tray because these things are going to shrink up really small by the time they are dry. I'm hoping that I can put them all on this one tray. And yes, I'm going to stack them a little bit. These are going to shrink up to beets bands, so they won't be very big when they're done. I have a lot of sweet potatoes to squeeze in here on my other trays, so I'm really hoping I can just do this, although it's looking like it might take 2 trays to do. Anyway, when I get my trays loaded, I'm going to set the dehydrator for 135 degrees, which is what is suggested for fruits and vegetables, and let them go until they are completely dry, and I will show you the finished product when they are ready to be stored. Just a quick shot. I didn't need quite as much space for the sweet potatoes as I thought, so I was able to spread the green beans out a little more like I should. Okay, so they are in a single layer. I tried not to overlap anything, so I've got 2.5 trays of green beans there, and again I'll show you what they look like when they're all dried. My green beans are plenty dry. They were in the dehydrator for probably 20 hours, and it would not have taken that long, but it involved overnight, so I left them in there. And also the sweet potatoes that were in there would take longer to dry than the green beans. But anyway, I just left them all in there, so they are very dry. You can see that they really shrivel up to small little strands. So the 1.5 pounds of green beans will easily fit into a little pint-sized jar. I'm going to put an oxygen absorber in there, and then I'm going to vacuum seal the jar, and I will put a link below to how I vacuum seal these things. Anyway, we're going to get started with loading these in the jar. Alright, you can see my little pint-sized jar, and it's only filled to here. It's not even filled all the way. So these green beans really do shrivel up quite a bit, and you can put a lot in a little pint-sized jar. This is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. I hope this helps. Have a great day.